I was listening to Wayne Dyer today, and in the video, there was something that I wanted to share on this video. When I argue with reality, I lose, but only 100% of the time. Let me say that again. When I argue with reality, I lose, but only 100% of the time. This is one of the most powerful truths you will ever hear, because most of us spend our entire lives arguing with reality, fighting against what is, resisting what cannot be changed. And we wonder why we are so exhausted, why we are frustrated, why we are so stuck. It's because we are fighting a battle we cannot win. Here's the thing about reality. Reality does not care what you think about it. Reality does not care what you believe about it. Reality does not care what you want it to be. Reality just is. And the moment you accept that, the moment you stop arguing with what is, everything changes. This is hard to hear these days, especially with the manifestation trend and everything that we are hearing. And we're trying so hard to change reality. This is something, even for me, especially in 2025, I had to rethink it and really exercise and implement what I'm saying right now to you and what I'm sharing with you. When you argue with reality, when you resist what is happening, your nervous system goes into fight mode. Your amygdala activates, your cortisol rises, your stress hormone rises. You are literally fighting, and fighting is exhausting. But when you accept reality, when you surrender to what is, your nervous system calms down. Your body relaxes. It's not so tense, it's not so in pain. And in that state of acceptance, you can actually think clearly. You can actually respond wisely. When you are fighting, when you are resisting, you cannot think clearly. We've all experienced that. We all know that. You can only react, not respond, and not think clearly, but react. There is a concept called acceptance and commitment therapy. It's based on the idea that suffering comes not from what happens to us, but from our resistance to what happens to us. You cannot control what happens, but you can control how you respond to it. And the first step in responding wisely is accepting what is. Not liking it, not wanting it, but accepting it. Accepting that this is what is true right now. This is what is real right now. And from that place of acceptance, you can move forward. Here's what arguing with reality looks like. Let's say your partner leaves you and you spent months saying, "This should not have happened. This is not fair. I do not deserve this." And you are right. Maybe it is not fair. Maybe you do not deserve it. But it happened. It's real. It's true. And as long as you are arguing with that truth, as long as you are fighting against that reality that your partner left, you cannot move forward. You are stuck in the argument. You are stuck in the fighting. But the moment you accept it, the moment you say, "This happened, it's painful and it's real," that is when you can start to heal. Let me give you another example. Let's say you lose your job and you spend weeks saying, "This is not right. The company is unfair. I was treated badly." And maybe, once again, all of that is true. Maybe you were treated badly, but you lost your job. This is the reality. That is what is true right now. And as long as you are arguing with that, as long as you are fighting against it, you cannot move forward. You cannot start looking for a new job. You cannot start rebuilding. You cannot start creating something new because you are stuck in the argument. You are stuck in the fight. But the moment you accept it, the moment you say, I lost my job, it is painful and it's real, that is when you can move forward. Here's what I want you to understand. Accepting reality is not giving up. Accepting reality is not resignation. Accepting reality is the most powerful thing you can do. Because when you accept what is, you stop wasting energy fighting. You can use that energy to create change. When you accept that you made a mistake, you can learn from it. When you accept that someone hurt you, you can heal from it. When you accept that you are not where you want to be, you can start moving toward where you want to be. But as long as you are arguing with reality, as long as you are fighting against what is, you are stuck. You are fighting a battle you cannot win. Here's what I want you to do. First, notice where you are arguing with reality. Where are you saying, this should not be happening? This is not fair. This is not right. Be honest. See it clearly. Second, ask yourself, is this true? Is this really happening? And the answer is probably yes, it is happening and it is real. Third, stop arguing, stop fighting, stop resisting. Instead, say, this is happening, this is real, this is true. Fourth, feel the feelings. Don't suppress them, don't deny them. Feel the sadness, feel the anger, feel the disappointment, but feel them from a place of acceptance, not from a place of resistance. Fifth, ask yourself, now that I accept this, what can I do? What is my next step? What can I create from here? Because acceptance is not the end. Acceptance is the beginning. Acceptance is where wisdom begins. Acceptance is where change begins. Sixth, remember you cannot control what happens, but you can control how you respond. And the wisest response is always acceptance first, action second. Here's what I want you to know. You are going to lose this argument. You are going to lose it every single time because reality always wins. Reality is always true. So stop fighting, stop arguing, stop resisting. Accept what is, feel what you feel, and then move forward. Because that is where your power is. Not in the fight, but in the acceptance. And from that place of acceptance, you can create anything.